everybody, this is Helfinator, and welcome back to Let's Play Banjo-Tooie Part 3. This time, we are going to meet Jiggywiggy, and hopefully, I'm really trying to resist the blatant pun of getting jiggy with it, but anyway, we're going to go into the first world in this episode, and I am going to talk a little bit more about the Jinjo contest and the Jinjos, because in just looking up the Jinjo colors, there was actually an interesting article that I came across about the gray Jinjo family, and with the gray Jinjos, some think that since black Jinjos are number 9, have 9 members, and it increases from white Jinjos being 1. It's just a family of 1 to a family of 9 Jinjos. Some think that the gray Jinjos were supposed to have 10, and they were just killed off for whatever reason. Rare didn't just decided not to have them. But that doesn't mean that we did not get gray Jinjos. Apparently, in Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, which is like Banjo-Kazooie 1.5. At least that's how I think of it as. We actually got gray Jinjos, and they were the Jinjos that you would have to find in Spiller's Harbor. So we did get gray Jinjos. And I kind of like it how Rare, they make all these Jinjo families, and they kill off just one random Jinjo family, and then in the the pseudo prequel, the sequel to Banjo-Tooie or Banjo-Kazooie, and then the pseudo prequel to Banjo-Tooie, they have gray Jinjos. I don't know. I like it how they actually I don't know. Whenever Rare does a game correctly, they don't. I like it how that they make sure that there's no loose ends, and really everything fits really well together. I do not have enough Jiggies because I only had 1, and that'd be kind of stupid if I could open up multiple worlds with only 1 Jiggy. But anyway, man, 4? Man, they're not really thinking I'm going to do that well. But anyway, right behind Jiggywiggy, there's this small little alcove with 3 different signs, and thank you, nameless person, we'll meet you later. But on these signs, there's multiple different things. This one's just inform you that there's a new type of note that you can acquire called a treble clef, and that is sitting on top of the red Jinjo's house. However, we can't get that yet. This one, Witchy World, which is the 3rd world in this game, there is a fortune teller's tent, and there's something special there that you can get, but I've never happened upon it. And this one perplexed me for the longest time, but it's really a clue to one of the biggest cheat codes in this game, called Nest King. And at the end of this Let's Play, I'll go over a lot of the cheat codes, and we'll just go over. I'll just show them all off, because there are some cheat codes that do certain things that are nice, and then others that supersede those ones and then just break the game. So, but I like it how you have these game-breaking cheat codes, but you can earn them. I kind of like that idea. But anyway, let's see here. Let's turn around here. Wait, no, I want to go around this way, because there's a Jinjo down here, and this is red or orange. I can't tell which one's which because I don't know if the water imparts a... Oh god. No, no. Bad swimming controls. I'm used to... In Banjo-Kazooie they were inverted, and now they're not inverted. And I'm like, oh shit. I don't know, it's just like... I think you can turn it to be inverted, but I'm not absolutely sure. But it's like one of those things where it's like, I think you can turn them inverted, and that makes swimming and flying easier. But then for me, that just screws up the aiming aspect. And yes, I know that you're right there, and we will meet you in just a moment. But I want to continue the getting all these notes, and also there's a warp pad up here that I want to activate, just so that we can get up here faster from down towards the bottom of the hill. But of course, just like in Banjo-Kazooie tradition, we start out with a relatively small world, which is, I would say, is a little bit larger than, I want to say it's larger than Click Clock Wood. I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. Oh, okay, it's X. I wasn't sure what control it was. But anyway, I think there's a treble clef back here. And yes, there is. And this is the treble clef of the game. Well, no, there's multiple treble clef. We already have 100 notes. Are you serious? Jeez. Well, there's no more notes for us to get in this world. But anyway, I guess we'll just meet him here, and then we'll work our way back down the mountain or hill or whatever you call it. Get a load of this bozo. He looks like Bottles in uniform. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Bottles' brother. His name is Jam Jars, which actually, in certain questions in Banjo-Kazooie, the trivia game, Jam Jars is actually a that's actually a choice, and I like it how. And that just brings me back full circle to talking about Rare. Whenever they make a good game, they really make sure there's no loose ends. So in Banjo-Kazooie, you're like, Jam Jars, who the fuck is that? And then once you come to Banjo-Tooie, you're like, oh, wow, nice. But I don't know, I guess that's really assuming on their part that Banjo-Kazooie is going to be like this awesome game, so awesome that it requires a sequel to program the end of Banjo-Kazooie to be like, I'll see you in Banjo-Tooie. But then in Banjo-Tooie, there's like, I'll see you in Banjo-3E, and that was never made. A proper Banjo-3E. Banjo-Kazooie Granny's Revenge is 1.5, I would count it as. And then, I'm trying to think of the other one. Banjo Pilot doesn't count, that's a spin-off. Let's see here. Nuts and Bolts I'd count as a spin-off because that whole car thing is absolutely dumb. There's actually a move that we'll learn, but I just want to take care of these two bottom ones. We'll be back later, though, because there's a move I think we'll actually learn just down here. But since we'll learn it down here... Actually, thinking about it, there's something that I've been... Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember where different things are that I'll be running into. So I'm not sure... I'm not sure where other things. I'm trying to just remember where everything is, because that we might we might run into a little bit of a problem later on as the levels become absolutely enormous. Wait, oh, there we go. Oh, come on. What? In the original, it was a lot bigger of a target. It was a hitbox. In this game, they make the hitbox smaller. Well, I can't believe I just called it in this game. This remake, they made it a smaller hitbox. I don't know why. But anyway, let's just grab some of these eggs. And really, I don't think we don't have the move to get up there yet. No, technically we do, and technically we don't. It just depends on how you want to approach that Jiggy. It really just depends on how you feel. But these are globos, that thing that I just picked up, that thing that looks like a gremlin with no arms, is a globo, and we'll be running into them all over the place. And there are like our Mumbo tokens of this game, and they are always found close by either Mumbo's skull or the other character that we'll be running into soon enough. And yes, there are 2 magic people in this game. Mumbo, unfortunately, has given up his transforming abilities into performing real shaman-type magic that we'll see in just a few minutes, such as making his stick into like produce like some sort of electricity. Unfortunately, he's like a sitting duck whenever he does that. But oh well. One thing that I thought was interesting is they give you this what do you call it? That warp pad right next to his house. But I think the fastest way to get down here is just by walking. So I don't know, maybe it's just a odd. Sometimes it's really convenient where they put the warp pads, and sometimes it's just blah. But anyway, here's an example of the other types of shaman magic we'll be running into in this game, and that's bringing life to like inanimate objects, floating inanimate objects, and different things that you would actually associate with shaman dark magic, kind of things like that. But there's actually a Jiggy that we can get with this guy, and I believe it's in here. I'm trying to, yeah, with his major kick move, and we'll actually be coming in. We'll actually need to come in here as Banjo-Kazooie, but there's this Jiggy over here through the quicksand that's just floating there, and we can't get it any other way than with this Goliath. I think he's literally called the Golden Goliath, but I'm not too sure about that. Hopefully they have another character parade at the end of the game, so we'll actually make sure that we have his proper name. But I kind of like it how you can actually take on these things and just like boot them out of existence. And that is a flight pad that will actually be useful in a little bit. And hopefully I can get up here before my timer runs out. Because I found that, oh, there's another Jinjo. I found that you can actually do everything for this guy in one try if you walk the correct path. But, however, one thing though is that he can go around and kill those guys that shoot. Yeah, he can run around and kill those arrow shooting guys, but they just come right back. So I don't understand what the point of killing them or being able to kill them is. I mean, it's nice to have, but it really doesn't seem like it means much, really. but unfortunately, that's all Mumbo can do in this level. So he is instantly shelved, and we shall move on. Let's see here, and thankfully we've while walking around as the Goliath, we got to see another Jinjo type that we have not seen yet. So they will actually show up on the Jinjo collection screen. And actually, towards the end of this video, I hope to get at least one more, or the rest of the Jinjos for this level out of the way. We must tell Muvia, or I don't know what her name is, but we gotta help her. Anyway, is there? Oh, and there's a. Well, thank you, flight pad. That's another thing that we can get. So let's see here. Let's try to lead these guys. I don't know. Oh man, yeah. Man, sniping like a champ. Sometimes. Got him. And one more. Yes! Woo! Man, my lanky skills have transferred over to this game. Hell yeah. Crap jokes, lady. Just give us a Jiggy. Oh, I guess I could do that. So yeah. And you know what? I kind of... Even though the banjo dance is really nice, I like the banjo dance. I'm actually glad that they got rid of it, and I'm glad that they actually got rid of it and didn't bring it back in this game, because it would just make this game like twice as long than it actually needs to be. But we can actually get a Jiggy and the honeycomb piece, and we can actually get a whole bunch of Jiggies right now. But all the way at the top of this temple is this Jiggy right here, and I kind of want to... There we go. And now let's fly away. And if I can do this correctly... That's interesting. Oh no. I was trying to... See, I'm not used to non-inverted flight, or non-inverted swimming. Alright, let's just get ourselves out of here. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit of a hassle, but at least we got ourselves that. There's a wall? There's an invisible wall! The fuck? Didn't mean to do that. Because I was trying to make everything nice and smooth and work out well. But, oh well. I guess I'll just jump to my death. Whee! No, there's water behind me. Water beneath me. That's planning. No, it's kidding. But anyway, I guess I'll just I know I touched on it. Well, I told you guys all the rules of the Jinjo contest in the last video. But oh, I don't have that top part open yet. Huh. Oh, I know why. Because we need to talk to the guy in here. I thought it was already open. But, let's see here. While we're talking to this guy, I guess I'll just bring it back up. The colors of Jinjos in this game are black, purple, blue, green, yellow, red, brown, white, and orange. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head. I know that white is one Jinjo. It's the elusive, legendary white Jinjo. So there's only one of those in the game. And the black Jinjos have 9. I think those are the only 2 that I know off the top of my head. But we can actually check those out really quick right now, just for the hell of it. Let me bring up Jinjos. So green are 5 and red are 6. But really, I think it was the other file, or my practice file, I guess you'd call it. It doesn't really matter how many Jinjos are in the Jinjo family, because you can get all sorts of, since they're all random, you might, I think it was in my practice file, I got the first family I knocked out was the Black Jinjo family. It just so happened that I had a huge string of just Black Jinjo after Black Jinjo after Black Jinjo after Black Jinjo. I'm actually gonna need to I'm gonna need to transform. I know, spoiler, you get to transform in this game like you did in the last game. But actually, thinking about it, I actually need to go in the other door first. I really didn't think to do that. But anyway, that'll actually be this is actually a great place to end it. So next time in Banjo-Tooie, we'll be I actually think we'll be finishing this world, because this world's not really that long at all. I mean, we got a ton of Jiggies in this episode. Unfortunately, I know for a fact that not all episodes will be that convenient or that easy. So anyway, remember, guys, to vote for what Jinjo family you want to that you think will be the last Jinjo family to be complete. Down in the description, I'm going to put all the Jinjo families and their respective numbers, and how many I have collected up to that point. So, and I'll keep that running until the end of the contest. Until the entries are all until the entry time is closed. I'll keep the number of Jinjos that I have collected, and those are like the Jinjo family, the numbers and all that jazz, all the Jinjo numbers. I'm gonna keep down in the description, and I'll be changing those by video to indicate how many Jinjos of that family I have and different things like that. And now remember, you can only vote once. All right, so you got to pick one and stick with it. So think carefully, choose carefully. But until next time, this is Helfinator signing off. See you guys.